Ladies and gentlemen, today I had a very good reason for starting a little bit later than usual. You're probably thinking, oh yeah, was it because you were doing your job? Well, yeah, actually. So let's update the HUD, because I've already done the preliminary audit. Oh, hang on, let me get the scintillating last dungeon song going here. Just to soak this in. So up to 8 pluses to story, not too shabby. Down to 10 negatives to story, not too great. Up to 8 pluses to gameplay, not too bad. And down to 43 negatives to gameplay. Anyways, this is a good time to adjust your guesses, because I'm actually going to be cutting it off very, very soon. We're in the last dungeon. No, Crazy Norse. We played a localization patch last time, but it didn't make the game better. It just made this story more understandable. Which helps a little bit. Alright. Right. 1 second. So Blue's dead. We're literally one encounter to the final dungeon. Party members being obsolete is usually something we negative. In this case, I guess that would only be Mogu, though, because everyone else gets kind of re-seleted by virtue of the Karn merger ability. Unless that's not what you mean, in which case, feel free to correct me. Oh yeah, someone asked last time if this is a space station. Yes! Most of the advanced super tech of this setting is associated directly with Myria. As I kind of pointed out earlier. Oh, it's one way. Cool. Oh my god. My favorite part about this dungeon is you'd think these mobs would be giving lots of experience because it's the final dungeon. No. In fact, I would say these give like the 4th or so most experience of the various enemy stat blocks. They hit like a truck. They're just not rewarding. So that's cool. I suppose there's no detriment to doing this while we're fighting trash. Go ahead and merge up. So is it a heart or is it a dragon head? You be the judge. How you liking this final dungeon palette and music and enemy design? You know, even Zelda 2 didn't just have palette swapped enemies for its final dungeon. And that's a NES game. Hang on. Sorry, this one's a bit of a maze, so I was reading the maze for a second. I'm almost positive this is actually... Hang on. I'm almost positive this is some kind of Japanese kanji. If anybody knows what this means, feel free to point it out, and I'll be like, aha. Don't worry, Breath of Fire 2 has a worse last dungeon. In every way. I mean, JRPGs having a sci-fi element to them is very, very normal. But Breath of Fire has always been weird about it. Because Breath of Fire is like 99.9% mundane, you know, fantasy, magic tech, etc. And then there's the Miria stuff. And it's pretty much the only time they let themselves drift into that. And considering she's literally an alien from outside reality, well, you know. I could be a Game Geek. Oh, right. I need to unfuse. For reasons that'll be obvious in a second. I'm not gonna let you interfere with Emperor Jade. I'll stop you if you try, or he could... We're not fighting him now. Okay. Sure, well, that's irritating. But whatever. And all of that is, of course, also Miria, so that makes perfect sense. I just really want you to appreciate this music. So, thank you very much, Mr. Red. Let's see, we're putting that towards... stuff. Hang on. See, towards whatever Game Geek doesn't have any interest in. Okay. That's a streamation. it's just so engaging of end dungeon music, isn't it? And that's going towards Simpsons, Streaminations, which is there, right? It is Blade Chill, you're right. Legend of Spyro Trilogy and Shadow Hearts. Thank you, Game Geek, always. I appreciate you guys. Oh. I do. For whatever it's worth. Boss number 1. I'm giving you a warning. Ignore my warning and face the consequences. Your journey has come to an end. Accept your defeat. It actually has a date. Every single list has a date saying when it was last updated, J-Bomber. Sorry, just double checking something. So anyways, we're gonna show off something. You're probably wondering why I'm wandering around without Karn being merged. And there is a specific reason for it, I swear. Hey, Spartan. I'm sorry. I know the feeling. Damn it, Mr. Red. Why is that? Okay, whatever. Yeah, you know what? I enjoy being challenged. Now, there's actually a specific reason. So you can't use this form if you have any mergers up. This is Infinity, or Agni, as it's called. This is the I win button. Just to put this very bluntly. Every single strike is a 999 AoE attack. Do you see? The HUD is up to date, Spartan. Thank you for the additional donation, Mr. Ed. I will even it up with Game Geeks. Oh yeah, constant flashing lights warning, because every single attack is going to be this. All of them. By the way, there's no real detriment to using this form. It's just, your defenses go through the roof, your health goes through the roof, your damage goes through the roof. You hit for 999 AoE every single turn. That's just Agni. It is extremely boring, but, well, that's Breath of Fire 1's combat in a nutshell. There is no cooldown. It costs a lot of mana, so you have to have some acorns on hand, which you may or may not have noticed yesterday. I bought 18 acorns for no reason. It's also mandatory to get the good ending. Yes, Ryu is now part, like, winged person, and, like, ox, and fish. And just, yeah. Good morning, Walker. Yeah, Agni is probably supposed to be, like, a Hyper Beam reward for doing all the optional stuff. I agree it doesn't feel like it because of how boring it is, but... you know, it's better than the alternative. It being irritating and boring. So, when you get Agni, it flat out says this will reveal the truth. That's actually what the text says. So, if you fight the last boss in anything other than Agni form, once you beat the last boss, you walk away, and the last boss is like, hi, you didn't kill me. Bad ending. If you use Agni, the last boss shows her true form, and then you fight the actual last boss. Oh, it is. How did you beat me? This can't be. And there goes Goda, the least interesting of the 4 minions. We had Mad Scientist Dude, who was kind of interesting. We had weird, like, extra-dimensional X-Zone guy, who was kind of cool. We had Searle, who had her own little entire story arc. And then Goda, who's there. But yes, the detriment is it costs... oh, how much does that cost? Hang on. 60 mana. Notice that we have 120 mana total. 126. And we're not exactly under-leveled anymore. So... I'm gonna pop some acorns here. Anyway, so now we've beaten Goda. Moving on. That was final boss number 1. There are 4 of them. Mr. Ed, if you don't stop tipping, I swear to God. Ow, 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 ow. Sorry, several nights ago I slept badly, and my neck hasn't quite gotten the crick out of it yet. You know how that's like. Thank you, Mr. Red. Every now and again, I wish I could, like, just pop out of myself to give myself a massage, because I know how to fix this kind of thing. Like, I'm a good massager. I know how to do that. I can fix this. But I need to be, like, back here to do that, you know? Hey, Geludo, don't worry. We're in the final dungeon. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be over soon. So that's going towards Avowed. Baldur's Gate 3 DE. And Pentiment. Thank you again, Mr. Red. Yeah, Bragwin. Bragwin. She's not even here right now. So, someone give me a pick. Up, down, left, or right. No, at this point, we're way over the difficulty curve. Left. Left it is. You're probably wondering, which way is the correct way? Doesn't matter. They all go to the same spot. And why, yes, there are several hearts, artificial hearts, in this space station. No, I don't know why, other than asset reuse. Legitimately, I think the real reason is they were like, we need to do something. So, asset reuse, ahoy. Well, that's bad, actually. Interesting. Let's merge up for the trash, shall we? There have been a lot of crab enemies in this game, for some reason. I don't know why, don't ask me. I'm not cognizant. How much you like the first 10 seconds of this song, by the way? Because you've heard it a lot. Oh, by the way, that right there is why we're not skipping trash, even here. We probably could, and we probably could get away with it, but honestly, I'd rather be safe about it. Sure, Crazy Norse. So in the deep giant mines of Timbuktu, they're able to find the metal giants, and every metal giant sacrifices his heart for the greater good of his people. And, I don't know, Crazy Norse. No, Chrism won't be a thing until Breath of Fire 3. Boss number 2. No, that's more a Deathhaven thing, Crazy Norse. You've kept up with me in spite of the odds. Well done. If you switch to my side, I could give you a town or two. What do you say, Ryu? Want to join? What do you think happens if you say yes? These are all good guesses. Let's say yes. Of course, you know what's best for you. We'll put the controller down. You're boring. Entertain me. That wasn't bad. You're boring. Entertain me. This will repeat forever, by the way. Until you move. If you move, then he's like, okay, sure, fine. Then we fight him. So yeah, that's Jade's dragon form. As you can see, I don't know. I don't know. I do not understand what I'm looking at. Flashing lights warning. Yeah, a lot of the Dark Dragons have a dragon form that's just, huh? But yeah, anyways. So we're just gonna fast forward. Wait, what? Oh, right. Actually, yeah. Hold on. I actually straight up forgot about a thing. Sorry. Hang on. Right. So Jade has an instant death spell which has perfect success against Agni. That's actually a bug. It's not intended to be a thing. So we can't Agni our way through this fight. So we'll do this the old-fashioned way. Just attack, I guess. Man, I actually can't remember if Rouge was a merchant or not. It's been a while. Yeah, we actually have to use spells now. Good lord. Yeah, no kidding, Bregman. I didn't hear that it turned out, like, positive, like it was a good spot. So, good. Leaning positivity. Beaming positivity into you, Bregman. It feels a lot like a massage, but trust me, it's positivity. Fresh reminder, we still do not have an AoE heal. Either way, let's see. I think that was Ect. It was. Thank you, Ect. And thank you, Mr. Red. Ah, a moment to jot that down. That's going towards the PMD block. Ratchet and Plank, Rift Apart. Rain World. Wings Club. Why? Shadow Hearts Covenant. Dead Rising 1. Excuse me. Okay. I just realized this is going to be a really slow, boring fight because we don't have Agni. I believe there's a way around the Agni bug, but I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. Because, yeah, Jade just has all the health. Yeah, we're also doing this without Puka because I am an idiot. That's just something I'm going to have to live with. Although, actually... No, actually, hang on. I think I can do that. Hang on. Damn. Well, we can do Doof. Better than nothing. Time to get our Doof on. I mean, this is pretty final bossy, but there's actually 2 bosses after this. Oh my god! Well, he just killed my healer and my reser in one shot. Hang on. Yeah, I don't have that spell yet. Yeah, but I really don't like pulling the cheat flag at the finish line. So let's just... And then we start the fight over. There's actually... So I just glanced at the strategy. There is a strategy to avoid the Agni bug. It's use the wall spell. That spell right there. The one we don't get for like another 5 levels. Hi, your Mazda. So hang on. I have an alternate idea, which we're going to play with here. So we're not going to auto battle. That's change number 1. I'm just going to pay attention. Yep, so he... Oh, God, so that's the spell he can do that'll knock us out of Agni. Shock. No, your Mazda, I was sighing at the game. So, you know. Hi, Blair Taval. Nothing to do with you. Or I could be like, you notice he is spamming his insta-kill, trying to knock us out of Agni. Asshole. I'm sorry, hang on a second. So, you remember the Zog fight? Do you remember how long the Zog fight took? Zog had 16,000 HP. This guy has 25. For perspective, Goda, the guy we just fought, had 11. This is not game design, Capcom. HP does not by itself make a boss hard. So we are kind of rolling the dice a little bit here. But yes, we have to hit him 26 times in order to kill him. And he can just decide to knock us out of Agni based on RNG. Yes, we have to beat the final boss's marble collection first. You're probably wondering, why is Jade so powerful? I don't know. Why is Jade stronger than the Emperor of the Dark Dragons? I don't know. Why is Jade anything? I don't know. By the way, you're probably wondering why his name is Jade. I have an answer for that. The reason his name is Jade is because in Japanese his name is Judas. Yes, really. Yeah, he just hit us for 400. He can decide to do that. And yes, that's the water jar from the beginning of the game. Yes, I held on to it for this fight. Shut up. I really did. It was for this fight and for the next fight. Excuse me. I think you know the answer to that, Blade Javol. God damn it. I believe he has 25,000 total. That's counting his second health bar. But don't quote me on that, because I'm not actually sure of that. So either he has 25,000 total, or he has 50,000. It's one of the two. Of course, there's no outlasting this guy. He just has infinite mana, as most old JRPG bosses do. So I changed my mind at the last minute act. Not only because it was really irritating, but because a guy in the line at the UPS store actually had an idea, which didn't occur to me. And because Amazon could get a package to me yesterday, when I ordered it, because we're not that far from a distribution hub, I went ahead and pulled the trigger on it. By the way, it's working great now, so that's cool. Yes, in FF6, bosses have MP. What was the issue? Let me say what the fix is. Wireless, as you can see. I'm just woo woo woo. The whole point was I wanted a wireless controller. That wasn't crap. If I wanted a wired controller, I'd use my PS3 controller. So I wanted wireless controller that actually functioned for the same general benefit. So the solution was I bought a antenna booster, which is actually right there, and it's literally right there too. So having the booster right there pretty much solved the connection issues. See, the problem with the PS5 controller is that its Bluetooth is, how do I put this, extremely badly designed. Oh, I got rid of the Xbox controller. I was never going to keep that one. Yeah, I needed a signal boost. It's not even 2 meters. If I hold out my hand like I'm currently doing, it's about 1/3 of a meter from here to the antenna. That's about the distance. But it works. But yeah, the problem is the wireless in the PS5 controller is kind of junk. This is a problem that they get around by having a special coil in the actual PS5. But if you're using it for anything else, it sucks. This I forget the specifics, and I don't know the terminology off the top of my head, so forgive me. But the Xbox, by contrast, uses just typical codecs and drivers, which are plug and play with most typical Wi-Fi. So that's why the Xbox controller had absolutely no issues with the connection. I just didn't like the controller. So getting the booster for this thing made this thing feasible. Sensmec, are you happy now that you've beaten me? Don't let it go to your head. You didn't really defeat me. It was my destiny to lose. I knew it when I released the goddess. Enjoy meeting Miria, the goddess of destruction. Now, I like the controller, and even the Xbox controller was still decent. It's just not my thing, and I really don't like the battery thing. Do I think Sony did that on purpose? I know with total sincerity that Sony did that on purpose, yes. Like, absolutely. 100%. Yes. With the Y, Crazy Norse. And for some reason, the best weapon for Ox is right here at the third to last boss fight. And there's the Emperor Sword. Which I think is actually an upgrade finally for him. Oh, actually, I need to equip the Broken Sword, don't I? That is an upgrade, but no, we'll be equipping the Broken Sword. So, this is it. No, really, final boss time. If you haven't got your guess in, this is a good time to say something. There are 4. I don't know what you're talking about, Mike Romano. What you want about, foo? What you want about? By the way, the upcoming boss fight has double the health of the boss we just fought. Yes, really. We're up to the 3rd final boss. My major issue is the battery, but ultimately I just didn't like the controller. It didn't feel good. I didn't like the lack of weight, and I didn't like how the D-pad felt, and I didn't like how it felt in my hands. So, in other words, yeah, I could have gone ahead and sprang for a, I could have sprang for the battery pack, and it could have worked just fine, but it would be for a downgrade. It would be a worse controller for me in every way than the one I was already using, and at that point, why bother? Final boss time. Yeah, no, there's a heft to this thing that it's hard to describe if you aren't just holding it anyway. Anyway, so there's the final boss. What do you want? Did you come here to have a wish granted? Okay. You have just approached the evil goddess of destruction, Miria. She says, would you like a wish granted? What do you say to her? Now, funnily enough, the correct answer here is to say yes. Do you know why, though? The reason why it's the correct answer is because if you say yes, she heals you to full. Otherwise, you have to fight her in the same state you were at the end of the Jade fight, which is also the same state you're at the end of the Goda fight, because there are no recovery stations in this final dungeon. For all the things that the Infinity Dungeon does wrong, there is at least a freaking heal spot in that dungeon. See, she just heals you. You didn't come for a wish? Then why are you here? Why do you have your sword out? Are you ready to fight? Alright, final boss time. Let's do it. Die, monster. Die. Die, cute, innocent girl. Die again. Continue dying. She is crying, yes. She's so innocent. That's why we're murdering her. Did you notice the broken sword is doing like 500 damage per swing here? Die, monster. I haven't done anything. Don't hurt me. I'm innocent and sweet and kind. Okay, so let's get some save states in. Because we want to focus a little bit. I'll do anything for you. Please be my friend. No. Why are you treating me like this? I'll do anything for you. Please be my friend. No. Why are you treating me like this? Yeah, okay, fine. But that must. Let's be friends. Ryu, use the magic of Agni. She'll reveal her true self. I am not. You know what? I have done nothing. She'll fool you with her innocent looks. She's evil, but she'll hide it. Don't be fooled. She's different from us. That means she can't be trusted. Okay, so now we can do something weird. Oh, that's gonna take forever. Oh, that might not even be worth doing. So the bad ending is we just defeat her here and now. This is the third final boss fight. That might take too long to really be worthwhile, so I'm just going to tell you what happens. You walk away and she's like, "Wahaha, you didn't kill me." The end. And the world's destroyed. So there you go. Bad ending. How do you get the good ending? Well, I hope you did all that optional stuff to get all the dragon armor, so you can do all the optional stuff to get all the dragon forms, so you can have Agni. Because that is the only way to get the good ending. Thank you, Daniel Dort. Always appreciate. I'll jot it down for various streamations in just a moment. So this fight is somewhat infamous. For being really, really easy. You can't challenge me. You're only humans. I'll destroy you all. I don't believe this. So there's Miria. I don't know. Yeah, she got a new haircut, as you can see. So we're gonna Agni up again. This is actually the last boss for realsies. Let's get Batman. So we're gonna put it on auto battle. And we're gonna go back to doing some paperwork. And Yakuza like a dragon. Put it on auto battle again. So, let's see. We've got bad visuals, bad music, bad trash design, no recovery, no design to it whatsoever, and irritating boss fights. That feels like triple negative before we even get into the actual final round of boss fights. So let's go ahead and give 3 negatives for the outro. Now, something I've been wanting to ask you guys about. It's kind of rare, but every now and again we have given a negative for absence of kit in a game. Basically, where the game is so boring because of the game not giving us something to actually do with our time. I would like to argue that this game qualifies. We have the mergers with Karn, which functionally just turns him into a stronger auto-battler. We have Ryu, who can turn into a creature who can auto-battle. We've got Ox, who can auto-battle. Let's see. We've got Gobi, auto-battle. Oh, no, Gobi does have a couple of spells. Blue has spells that can damage. Nina has spells that can heal. That's it. Like functionally, our options are heal spells from Nina, damage spells from Blue, and then white damage. That's it. There's not really even any interesting buffs, and those buffs fall off in usefulness extremely quickly. There is an absence of options. Well, we haven't actually gotten there yet, Blade Jamal. But, hypothetically, yeah. Yeah, there's the boomerang, or the earth key, which is irritating to use. And, that's kind of it. That's what we got. That's our shtick. Now, I've seen worse games for absence of kit, but, yeah, I think that qualifies. Did I enjoy this game when I first played it? No. Yeah, no, the problem with BoF 1, and I'd already said this, the problem with BoF 1 is that it has pretty serious Sunshine Syndrome. It's not actually all that bad of a game, but the more you get into it, the worse it gets. Now, hang on. It's kind of a unique situation, though, because in a lot of games, Sunshine Syndrome happens because the quality of the game goes down. In BoF 1, it has Sunshine Syndrome because the quality of the game never goes up. It just stays the same general game from beginning to end. I'm disappointed in you, Jay Palmer. Go watch the Lord Walker Game Awards. That's my answer to you. Well, no, because Dragon Age 2 Syndrome means the game is simple but fun. But let me put it to you in this way. What were we doing in the first combat encounters in the entire game? And what are we doing now? Put the controller back down. Oh, that's right. We've actually lost counterattacking. Good point, Takoida. That's actually valid. So we have lost the counterattack mechanic in exchange for just this. I would say that is better personally, because at the very least you could challenge yourself to do something else for fun. But you don't even have that option here, right? This is why we're not doing this without Agni, by the way. Look at how long this is taking. We're doing almost 1,000 damage a round. Remember, that's 51 hits. And time. It's okay. Miria gave us 10 experience and 12 gold. Pretty sure that's a joke. As you can see, this is what her space station actually looks like. You can't win, humans. This is only temporary. I shall return in every game after this. I like how we just stand there and let that happen slowly. Excuse me. I mean, I don't know. I always had fun just roaming around and having fun with, like, spells and stuff in FF4. Hell, I would even jump as Kain, even though it was actually more damage per time to not jump as Kain. So I wouldn't ding 4 for that. I'd ding 1 for that. I'm proud of you, Ryu. You turned the tables on the goddess of destruction. You and your companions completed the mission of the legendary warriors. This is the beginning of a new legend, the legend of Breath of Fire 2. I have watched you succeed, so I have no regrets in leaving you. Wait. Goodbye, Ryu. You've made me proud. Go have sex with Nina. What? Why? Well, we need to dilute the bloodline so that the Windians can't fly by the next game. Oh, okay. That's actually what happens. You have done well. I'll remember that you saved the world, and nobody will pray to me in about 5 generations. You like this ending music, by the way? It's finally over. Yes, that should have been the thumbnail. It's finally over. It's about time. Thank you, Karn. There is still much work for you. You must help those who lost much during the war. What war? Can't we take a break? A real hero doesn't quit till the job is done. Heroes don't need plans or breaks. Remember, crunch time makes you a hero. We're making history. We'll all be legends someday. That's right. Oh, don't forget, you still owe me money. Again with the money. Is he worth it here? Yeah, where's Ox? Where's Mogu? Alright, let's go. Nina, we should return to the castle. That's 5 feet that way. There's still a lot of work to be done. Tell the king I'll return when I'm ready. They're still stuck inside Ryu. I mean, I actually legitimately think BoF 2 will score better on the story axis than BoF 1 has. By sheer virtue of the fact that BoF 2 has a story. It has moments, it has characters, it has plot arcs. There's some ridiculousness going on, but at least there is a story there. It's the gameplay that's going to tank BoF 2. Like, I am going to struggle to think of gameplay positives for BoF 2. I've actually been thinking about that. Like, there's viscerality. It gets that, absolutely. Music, probably. Spriteworks a story thing. Or viscerality, which I already mentioned. God, that might be it. I'm sure we'll come up with more, but like off the top of my head, that's it. 2 gameplay positives for BoF 2. I like how we give a moment for the golem. That's a neat touch. I remember liking BoF 2 back in the day, but I'll guarantee you why. It's the story. It's the narrative axis. I, like many, many other people, was just kind of used to RPGs sucking in gameplay, so I just kind of put up with it. And I've said this before. I've talked about this concept. It wasn't until I played one specific game, which was Final Fantasy VI, that I was introduced to the concept that an RPG could have good gameplay. And God, that was such an eye-opener. It was just like, oh, I can actually enjoy the... Oh yeah, so you see Chun-Li in the left there? Enjoy that. I equipped the broken sword just for that. Seriously, that's what that does. is it makes Chun-Li show up in the ending. What is wrong with your eyes? Not a terrible ending. It's very NES. It's very NES, but I've given NES endings positives before. Director, Blobman. Of course, Ted Woolsey is a toad. Oh, there's Ted Woolsey. A giant female dragon. Naturally. Wait, this game had writers? Did I miss the music? I was curious which one Yoko Shimomura was. Like what sprite she picked. Am I glad I reviewed this? Yeah, it was interesting reviewing this. And I beat the game without cheats, so that's neat. What's next? Breath of Fire 2. And all them Japanese folk. And you, for somehow playing this game. Why did you play this game? What is wrong with you? Yep. Just donate $23 million right now, and I will give this game a positive score. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Breath of Fire 2 is weirdly horny. Like, it's going to be a regular, recurring thing. A joke, if you could even call it that. Let's jot down our final notes here really quick. Get us a number. That's a final story score of -2. I've seen worse. Yeah, Cat is the most obvious example of this, but trust me when I say there's going to be a lot of it. Like, the very way Sten joins the party is he demands kisses from the females in the party. That's not a joke. That's what happens. Good morning, Sabacom. Are you ready for Horny Fire 2? Well, that's tough, because I got some other stuff to do first. But we're doing the final edit here. God, I hate Sten so much. This is why I asked, Sabacom. And you were honest. You got this, Mr. Red. You got this. It's time to do what you do best. Epic battles. Horny fire. I mean, how could they outdo the game itself? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jesus. Oh, whoops. Hang on. Sorry. I screwed something up. Let me fix it really quick. Yeah, it was really weird when we were covering Dragon Age Origins, because every time I saw Sten, that's not what I think of when I think of Sten, honestly. Breath of Horny. So that gives us a negative 42 to gameplay. So let's see how that lines up. Could have been worse. And that's the really weird part. I know this sounds like a joke, but I really don't mean it as one. This game could have reviewed so much worse. There are several things which I either only gave 1 negative for, or gave no negatives for at all, because they weren't as bad as they could be. Make of that what you will. You know, that makes a good point, Pillars of Snow. Someone do me a favor. What did Lufia 1 score? What's Lufia 1's golden number? Could you look that up, please? Also, this silence is killing me. Sure. Negative 68.69. Thank you, Jay Palmer. So there's our direct competitor. Lufia 2 is unfair. That's why I didn't even bother Shihali. It's like, yeah, that's not worth bothering. Oh, I think he'll be happy with this, Savacom. But I don't want to bear the lead just yet. Let me jot down some numbers really quick here. Ladies and gentlemen, Breath of Fire 1, story axis, -2, that's 0.08 negatives per hour, and a ratio of 45%. Not actually that bad. The story was bolstering it several ways. Gameplay. -40 freaking 2. That's a 1.5. That's 1.5 negatives per hour. And that's a ratio of 13%, which is our 4th lowest gameplay ratio ever. Only beaten by Dragon Quest II, Albion, Diablo 1, Secret of the Stars, and of course The King, Quest of 64, which actually I think that's 5, but whatever. Leading us to a total golden number of, drumroll please, negative 93.64. Substantially worse than Lufia 1. But nowhere near as bad as Quest 64 or Secret of the Stars. For a bit of refresher, Quest 64 is -260, Secret of the Stars is -312. So let's see, who won? 93.64. So it looks like almost Takoida, but it looks like it is actually Ect. Yes, that is what that looks like. So that's going towards the PMD block. And Shura P02. The Ratchet and Clank HD collection. Next we play Breath of Fire 2. I am going to try to get a nap in. I had trouble getting to sleep last night, and I woke up on time today, so I'll be back in a few.